May it please court, Your Honor. This occurred early this morning on June the 6th, Your Honor, approximately 1:14 a.m. Trooper Hughes was dispatched from the highway patrol two-vehicle collision that occurred on Old Hills Road and Cross Anchor Road here in Spartanburg County in Enoree, Your Honor. When they got there, Your Honor, a 2005 Nissan Pathfinder, Your Honor, was broken down on Old Hills Road when a second vehicle, a 2012 Dodge Ram, operated by the defendant, Mr. Collins, traveling the same direction at a high rate of speed, sideswiped the Nissan on the driver's side where a pedestrian was standing, Your Honor. There's actually 5 people there, Your Honor. The pedestrian was struck, thrown in the field off the roadway, Your Honor, actually hit one of the signs there off the side of the road, Your Honor. Upon inspection of the vehicle, Your Honor, they found several beer bottles located in the rear passenger and the front passenger floorboard of Mr. Collins' vehicle, Your Honor. The pedestrian, Your Honor, was Zan Johnson, Your Honor. He's approximately 15 years old, was deceased at the scene, Your Honor. In this case, the highway patrol met with Mr. Collins at the hospital, Your Honor. He gave them a blood sample that has not been tested yet, Your Honor. In this case, I do have Patty Taylor, Your Honor. She's the grandmother of the victim in this case, Zion Jackson. She was present for this occurrence, Your Honor, and she would like to address the court at the appropriate time. She probably will be quite emotional after talking to her about witnessing this. And I understood it was very gruesome down there, Your Honor, from what happened. So please be patient. I think Ms. Ms. Taylor's ready to address the court, Your Honor.
Okay. What I'd like to do, if we can get him through the documents for the arraignment, and then we'll come back and have the anyone who wants to speak, if that's okay.
No problem, Your Honor. And I know the highway patrol also has an officer present to go through the facts of the case, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you want to say anything?
He's already read the
report.
Mr. Barney already read the report, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, one thing I do talk to the family, they would ask the court to deny bond in this case because the nature of the offense, Your Honor, or if bond is not denied, ask for a very high bond with GPS and obviously a home detention and monitor anything he does from alcohol or from a travel standpoint.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Collins, have you had a chance to review the information sheet regarding your rights, sir?
I can't read that good, so what paperwork I've had, I really don't understand.
I can review it for you. Okay. What you have is 2 forms, one for your magistrate court offense and for your general sessions offense. You've been charged with a criminal offense, and if you're found guilty, you're facing serious consequences, which may include the payment of a fine, the loss of your driver's license, and the possibility of a jail sentence. In addition, you may face increased penalties for later convictions, the loss of your right to possess firearms and or ammunition, and your immigration status will be affected. You have important constitutional rights, including the right to representation by an attorney, but you may lose these rights or waive them if you do not act to protect these rights. You have a right to hire an attorney to represent you in every case. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may be eligible for a free attorney, and we've already given you a public defender. You also have the right to represent yourself, and it goes through the dangers of representing yourself and a public defender for you. If you're convicted on the charges filed against you, in order to pay a fine, you may request a reasonable scheduled payment plan to pay the fine. Your obligation is to keep up with your trial date, to obtain an attorney, and if you do not appear at your trial with your attorney, you may be deemed to have waived your right to have an attorney to represent you. You are required to keep the court notified of any change of address until the completion of the case. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to have 2 that you'll sign, one for your magistrate court offense and one for your general sessions offenses. So you'll sign both of those.
And in order to let you know, I also have Kimberly Cockrell from Magyar and Sarah Coe from the Highway Patrol Victim Advocate. They may address the court also.
Okay. Okay, sir, your initial appearance will be August the 19th at 9 o'clock. You must appear. If you fail to appear, a bench warrant will be issued for your arrest. If you'll sign that form, you're going to take it with you. That is your notice of your initial appearance. Do you want a phone call, text message, email, or all three regarding upcoming hearing dates? That will be in addition to mail.
Three.
Okay.
What's your cell phone number?
Really, I don't know it till I have the phone in my hand. 871.
There's a 476-8226.
Yeah, just use my home.
Okay.
It's the same.
What's the number, Judge?
476, it's 864-476-8226. And the next form is for you to request a preliminary hearing. You have 10 days to request it. You can provide that to your attorney. You're going to take that with you, okay? Now, the final forms we're going to be reviewing together. You will be initialing in the left corner, and I will review each of them with you before you initial. 2, I'm going to summarize 2. If you fail to appear, you could be tried in your absence and receive jail time or a fine, and you must keep the conditions of your bond. If you understand, please initial at 2 on in both of the spaces.
But if I'm here, still in jail, y'all let me know when.
Yes.
Right. Okay, 3 for the general sessions offense tells you you have a right to a preliminary hearing. If you understand, initial at 3. 4 in both spaces tells you you have a right to a trial by jury. If you understand, initial at 4 on both spaces. 5 tells you you have a right to an attorney to represent you. If you understand, initial at 5, please. Then if you'll sign where it says defendant's signature, that is indicating that I have reviewed your rights with you.
Sean reads. Same information she went over with you, just word different court.
Thank you. Solicitor Barnett,
Yes, ma'am.
we're ready whenever you are, whoever wants to speak first.
I think Ms. Taylor would like to address the court first, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am?
Yes, it was just awful. The car broke down on the side of the road, and we were all standing around the car. My two grandkids and one of their friends was standing beside the car, and all of a sudden this truck came from out of nowhere at a high rate of speed, and the 2 other kids jumped out of the way, and the truck hit my grandson and knocked him, I don't know how many feet. He never put on brakes. It was just awful. I mean, here my grandson's laying there. I did call 911 and he was unresponsive. I couldn't get a pulse, but the EMS did tell me that he died on the scene. But I don't think he should walk away from this instance. I don't get to see my baby no more. I had to bury him.
Thank you, ma'am, and I'm sorry for your loss.
I think Ms. Cockrell would like to go next.
Okay.
Thank you, Solicitor. Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Kimberly Cockrell, and I'm the Victim Services Manager for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, South Carolina. Your Honor, the defendant in this case knowingly and willfully violated the laws of our state when he chose to get behind the wheel of the truck intoxicated, as well as having open containers in his car. Your Honor, Zaylen, just 15 years old in April. He was a wonderful, bright young man. He loved to play baseball and basketball, rec baseball and basketball. He loved dirt track racing. He loved his Nana. He would tell her, she told me 3 times a day, and that he gave the greatest hugs to her. Your Honor, in speaking with Ms. Patty, she and her family do request that bond be denied in this case. And on behalf of the family, as well as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, we would like to echo that request that bond be denied today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe Ms. Coe would like to address the court also.
Okay.
Your Honor, my name is Sarah Coe. I'm the victim advocate with the South Carolina Highway Patrol. I would also like to echo the same request that both Solicitor Barnett, Kimberly, and Zaylen's family have requested, and that bond to be denied. However, if you are inclined to set a bond, we do ask that it be a high cash surety bond, along with those GPS and alcohol monitors that Solicitor Barnett requested in the beginning. And that's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That'd be our presentation.
Can we also please add, if you do add a bond, please a no contact order? I apologize, Your Honor. I failed to request that in the beginning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As to your magistrate court offense, there'll be a cash or surety bond in the amount of $257.50, 0 tolerance for drugs or alcohol. I am going to deny your bond for the felony DUI. You'll go before a circuit court judge to request that bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Teller, we'll be in touch. I have to handle the next bond hearing also. So we'll definitely be in touch with you this week. And I appreciate Kimberly and Sarah for what y'all done and keep us in touch.
Thank you, Solicitor.
Thank you all.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you, Solicitor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, he was
Take care,
denied.
Ms. Taylor. Wait a minute.
Solicitor Barnett, do you want us to log out, or are you going to log?
I'm just going to stay in, Your Honor. I've already, all the other folks from the other bond hearings gone. The victims are not going to be on this one. I ain't going to present for the state, if that's okay.
So everyone is present for the next arraignment?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay,
believe all 3 news stations are present for that.
thank you. Mr. Byrd?